Hey everyone, I'm Mark, and this is By Divine Design. Welcome to our playground. So today we're going to play with the question, who am I? So everything's been ramping up for me, like day by day, and I imagine they might be doing something similar for you. But for me, it's like I'm being called to clear more, to heal more, to illuminate more for all of you, for the collective consciousness, for the world. And it's increasing day by day. It's like the more I expand, the more I'm called to do more. And I know that's by agreement, ultimately. I know it's what I came here to do. But if I identify it all with my personality self, it's like, too much, too much. And so anyhow, in order to handle this ever increasing responsibility, it keeps me motivated to keep looking for the best shortcuts or the most direct path or the most efficient way to do this. And Lester Levinson, one of the teachers I found along the way, who was an American who became God realized on his own in 1952, he often talked about, what his process was. And he said the very final question you must answer before God realization is, who am I? And he said, since that's the final question, you might as well start there. You might as well start asking yourself, who am I? And truly investigating that question now. So a lot of different teachers have talked about that question, have raised that question. And a lot of them were like out of the more non-dualist tradition or the Sut tradition, the path that's based more on aligning with the truth rather than divine love consciousness. That includes the truth, but goes way beyond the simple truth. So to ask who am I, like within a non-dual kind of tradition, I mean, the ultimate answer is I'm nothing. I'm not anyone. I'm nothing. The I disappears. And that's fine if that's what you're into, but that's not what I'm teaching. That's not what I'm into. The path of divine love consciousness is to discover and eventually completely awaken to and realize your divine personality, your divine self that is eternally you and one with all. It's that paradox of it's non-dual, but it's also dual. It gives you the best of both worlds. So in the past, when I played with who am I, and it was coming out of those traditions, it always kind of seemed boring to me. But what my guide started showing me this week, and what Lester started pointing out to me, is there's a way to play with who am I within the divine love consciousness tradition. And if I would release it from, the past I had associated with and let it be what it is here now, it is quite powerful and quite effective. So who am I? Just notice, like, it's an experience that's being invited. Who am I? It's not a mental answer. Your mind can't answer this because who you are is beyond your mind. Who am I? So one of the things I taught in the Loving Bliss of Being course is you can identify with any state of consciousness from just this body or just this ego or just this conscious awareness all the way up to infinite divine self, God realized self. And your experience in the moment changes depending on where you're identified. So what they've been showing me is to just ask this question throughout the day, as often as you can. So if I'm fixing breakfast and suddenly there's a worry that comes up about whatever, who am I? Am I the one that has to pay this bill or get this task done? Or am I infinite divine being who's playing a character who has some tasks to do? They're way different experiences. To be just identified with me as this human character who has all these tasks to complete or whatever, believes he has all these tasks to complete, versus, no, I'm infinite divine being. Yes, I have a character, but I'm not that character. It's like there's a release automatically as soon as I switch identifications. So that might be enough explanation. You don't get this from the mind, but to have kind of a map of where we're heading can be helpful. The ultimate is you have to have your own direct experience of it. It's not real to you until you are actually experiencing it. And we're going to try and help you have an experience of it today. Yeah, so we're going to do that through focusing on one of you who's willing to volunteer to be in the hot seat. Any volunteers, you can put your hand up. Okay. So a lot of you put your physical hands up. Charlotte was the first to put her physical hand up, and she was the first to actually put the hand icon up. So yeah, and there's already an energy line going for you. So yes, we're going to do it with you, Charlotte. So let me can you put your hand up again just because that pins you in one place? No, the icon. There we go. Okay. Yeah, just leave that. And then you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
Sure. So, yeah. So let me just make sure this is being recorded and will be posted on YouTube. You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Now, well, the guys are just saying to let you share what you might want to focus on, especially anything related to where you feel an identity that might be weighing heavy on you, like as a mother, as a wife, as a woman, as a human, um, or just whatever focus you have in mind, we'll kind of work with it. So, what would you like to focus on?
So I'd like to focus on different versions, of course. So my focus at the moment is very much who do I want to be? So in the sense of I'm very free in this stage of my life. I would like to go into bringing something into the world to people and with that to myself, which would be really helpful. So I'm doing shaman. I have a shaman background. I've spent the past 13 months in India and in Sri Lanka, and I notice I don't have to do something. Actually, I just wherever I am, whoever I meet, there will be something which really adds value to the person without me having the intent to do that, and it always is both ways then at the same time. So for a while I was thinking, I don't think I have to find what I actually do. I'll just be in this world and go, whether that's in that part of the world or now back here in Germany or wherever. Yet there's a part of me which wants like, is that it? Can it be like bigger? Like, but maybe the small things are the biggest things. I know that. Somewhere in between, I think the question is, who am I and who do I want to uh, be? And I can be anyone. I know anything, but there's something in between which is like searching, and maybe that's helpful to just know, you know, feel something in who I really am.
Yeah, good, good, perfect. Um, yeah, so the guides are highlighting what you said there as who am I, and then who do I want to be?
Mm.
So yeah, and all of you are invited to play with those questions yourself. Who am I? Who do I want to be? But with you, Charlotte, okay, so there's a bit of hide and go seek going on here, which is what we do as infinite divine beings. We pretend not to know certain things
Yeah.
until a certain point because it's part of the game. It's part of the story that we're writing. Who do I want to be? So who do I want? So you're hiding that from yourself still.
Mm.
It's like the answer's right there. It's in your heart. It's already there. Boom, boom, boom. It's pulsing, it's radiating. And yet a part of you still playing with, I don't know what I want. I don't know what that is. Yeah. And you chose that. That's part of your adventure. You didn't want to know too soon. You
Yeah.
wanted to feel into it and grow into it
Mhm.
and discover. You wanted discovery to be part of this.
Mhm.
Okay, that's bringing a few things up. Clear, 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 clear. Huh. So what's coming up there is, well, I should know. I should know by now. I should have known by now. I should know. So part of you like has been judging yourself. Like
Mhm.
I'm not doing it right if I don't know these things. If I don't know how my purpose is supposed to unfold. Yeah. Okay. So that clear, 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 clear. Yeah, it's just not needed any longer. Okay, there's a bit of a story here that they want me to share. This actually comes from Alan Watts. It's an example he gives, and it's very applicable for you right now.
Mhm.
So he says, imagine that you are able to dream whatever you want to dream each and every night, that you are totally in control, and that your dreams last about 75 years in experience time. So every night you can dream a full, quote unquote, lifetime. So when you discover you have this ability to control your dreams, you first start out making everything you've ever wanted come true in your dreams. And you play that out in different ways every night. You know, the one with all the money, all the sex appeal, all the this, all the that. And then at a certain point, you begin to get bored by that. And you have the thought, well, what if I factor into the dream something unknown, something I won't be clear about? So there's a little mystery, there's a little intrigue. And so you have that dream, and it's like, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. That made it more fun, not knowing everything before it happened. So let's put a little bit more of that in.
Mhm.
And you go on and go on until you are dreaming the life you're having right now.
Mhm.
This life each one of us has right now, we chose. As infinite divine being, we chose to veil certain parts of the adventure, of the game, and not know them until it was ripe and ready for us to know them. So, for one, there's no one to blame for that. You chose it beforehand. You said, I wouldn't know what I actually want to do and what I'm actually here to do until a certain point in my life where it would start to be revealed. You wanted that experience. Yeah, there you go. Now you're receiving that. You're opening to that even more energetically. No, perfect. Yeah, there's expansion. And you're seeing it's time to know. It's time to let that veiling go. Okay. Yeah, clear, 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 clear. Yeah, there you go. And then clear, clear. So you're finding what balance is for you now. With this coming in energetically, and possibly some of it might start showing up consciously. Yeah, just let that kind of soak in. You're receiving a download. Okay, who am I? Yeah, just notice freshly, because you're now different than you ever were before. So who am I now? Yeah, so it might be subtle, it might be vague, but what are you noticing now in response to that?
So, first of all, who am I now? But the first thing that comes, it's joy. It's not even a person or something like a shape. It's just beautiful feeling of I don't need to search. I am me, and you're making it open for me.
Exactly. Perfect. You're right there. And all the guides and angels are just affirming what you just said, like 100 times over. Just, yeah, just feel that who and what we truly are is joy. It really is. Ultimately, we are joy. We're just joy, bundles of joy, explosions of joy, peaceful, subtle joy, all these variations on joy.
Yes.
Okay. That's just so, yeah, you're still basking in that. That's also making changes throughout your energy system. Let's just give that a little time to work its way through. Okay, now feel this. Okay. Who am I? Joy. And if I'm even more than that, who am I?
First thing that comes is like sunshine. It like it goes bigger and wider. It doesn't even matter what I'm doing because I'm just flowing, but in a very grounded way. It's not like floating around. And it's
Exactly.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah, we're tracking all of that. That feels great.
mhm.
Yeah. And your infinite divine self is saying, go farther, go deeper. If I'm even more than all of this, who am I?
This. But then it goes beyond the thoughts. Then it goes into cosmos, universe. It actually feels like going out of this place where I'm now. Like this is the small place there, but actually it goes way beyond that. And so this little place here loses. It's not a loss, but it loses the importance,
Exactly. Yeah.
and it's very hard.
Yeah. And you're still expanding. You're still expanding out more and more. So just, yeah, continue to track that, be that.
Yeah. Now there's a phase of some what do I call that? Melancholy, maybe something like I need to let go. That's okay, actually, but for a moment there's some sadness.
Perfect.
I think it's also a an acknowledgement of things that
Exactly. Yes.
yeah that happened or that I've been making to happen or I was entangled in. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
okay.
And it, yeah. And then, and yeah, it's good to notice from this place, all of that begins disentangling on its
Hmm.
own.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, and it yes at the same time it's this joy this is not disappearing or big, going as stepping aside. It's not. It's just beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also
So,
very good to notice. You can remain in the joy even as you notice, like in this case, melancholy come up and disentangle and release. It doesn't,
yeah.
there's nothing to fear in letting those repressed energies up because you can stay in the joy, in the bliss. You can remain expanded.
Yeah. While you're saying that, there's now a layer of can I hold this? Like part of me is questioning like what if it's too much? So there's a certain fear around this, but then it's too beautiful as if I no, I'm not letting go of that. And I not take notice of that part as well. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like you just ask again, who am I? Am I the
Yeah.
one with the fear? Or is that just some aspect of me falling away? Who am I? Okay, yeah, for you, we can, okay. So here's a way to deepen it even more. Notice who is asking, who am I?
Who's asking? So who is asking? That brings me down to, so I'm not, I'm everywhere, but it's more to the person I'm here as a human being. Because outside of that, like in this space, the question is not really irrelevant because I just am here and I can feel this flow around me and growing, moving, and it. When I let go, I think when I really let my thoughts go, it would go into it's not even relevant. It
Exactly.
just is. So
Perfect.
while we are talking, I'm not allowing this totally, but yeah, I can feel it.
Right. So it's that's you moving into just pure knowing.
Hmm.
Who you truly are just knows this experience. And to ask the question, at a certain point, to ask the question, you have to leave your highest state and come back down to the personality state. And that's, we're still here, we're still human personalities. So we might choose to do that at times. But what that points to is when you are experiencing who and what you truly are, you let go of the question. At a certain point, the question's not helping anymore. The
Yes.
question belongs like to the lower levels. It can help you open up again if that's where you're finding yourself. But if you're already out here, yeah, it becomes unnecessary. You just want to stay in that silence. That's way beyond the mind. But let me check now where you are. Okay. So we are all these layers and levels. As long as we still have a human body, then there's who and what we truly are wants to have a human body for whatever reason. And there's infinite reasons. But when I scanned your overall system, there is that part of your personality that still wants greater clarity. Okay, so this is okay. We'll try it. We'll switch the question to your second question. What do I
Yes.
want? But let's play with that a little bit. So yeah, I can still find a part of your personality that still finds that question relevant. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Okay, some of that's just not in alignment with you. It's not authentic. So we're going to clear. Yeah, you're seeing that. Okay, good. Your energy system, it's like, yeah, let's clean it up first. Let's get the like the egoic or the past life influences, the conditioning, what I should want, what I used to want, you know, clear, 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 clear. Yeah, what I should want. There's a couple layers of that. What I think I should want. Clear, clear, clear. Okay, let's bring it back to you consciously here now. Okay, so there's a space here. There's who and what you are now, fresh, new. What do you want?
While I'm here, I want to connect with people, that I could say, and with peoples.
I want to
I
connect
probably
with
want that
people.
many times.
Say a little bit more about that.
Say a little bit more about that, which means when you're this feeling, this joy, this happiness which is in this joy, would like to share that. I would like to spread this, and the way I know here would be communication with people to do that. Why they, not just with words, which is the way I walk through the road or through the forest, or I'm in a building, but I actively want to speak with people also and have them feel it as much as they can. We can do that together.
Right. So that energy's here and it's radiant. I'm not seeing any problem there. Is there a problem? Is there something preventing that?
No, that's happening.
Okay.
There's a part of me which means, but then there should be an institution, or there should be like an official. I should be doing this on internet, maybe, or maybe I should. I don't know, make it more professional. Question mark. Maybe not.
Right.
So
this kind of question has come up with clients a number of times. And the guides always say that we are in a time of doing and only figuring out what we're doing after the fact, not beforehand. So you just keep doing what it is you find yourself doing. If that's like these informal encounters with others, you keep doing that because it's in the midst of the doing that it will slowly define what is it you're doing and what might be a way to share this with more people. Like it gets discovered in the doing of it. And for quite a lot of people, it's just to first share it freely, however that unfolds for you. Like for me, it was start posting YouTube videos and then put up a simple website where people can pay you. But initially, all first sessions were free. And then eventually it was first sessions become half price and then no discount. Like, because as it grew and I got more experience, that those kinds of things weren't needed anymore. It grew on its own. And at the beginning, it was like, what do I put on the website? And they said, just put anything that comes. It doesn't matter. It'll grow. It'll change. So then I start doing these free sessions. And it's only in doing the sessions that I begin to notice, oh, we go to the pre-birth planning meetings and we bring in the angels and we clear past lives and we clear early life trauma and birth trauma. Put that on the website. It was only after the fact that I could see what it is I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, what would that look like for you right now? Any
It
idea
just gave
what?
thank you. Yes, it just gave me this point of, okay, if I wanted to start, then why don't I start with, I have had been asked to be the keynote speaker in a happiness and resilience conference of three different universities in Ahmedabad in India. And I told them, I've I've never done this. Why do you pick me? And they said, well, because you're not a professor, you will tell us the practice. So I did, and it changed many, many things in the whole structure of the things. So I could just start with that, putting this on a website. Now, but it just came as the point now that you gave me that example.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
much.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, it was like you just needed like a permission slip to go ahead, run with what's already happening, and
Yeah.
trust there's going to be more offers like that that'll come along,
Yeah.
or more insights of, oh yeah, just do this or just try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, it opens up a new space.
Yeah, so let's follow that energetically. I'm getting, yeah, let's just, I'm going to track that where it's already opening up to. The guides and angels are just offering you lots and lots of confirmation and support. And then that's flowing out into your possible futures. So the one thing they're showing me is that there's no one right way for it to flow and open,
Hmm.
that there are different possibilities depending on many factors. Again, it's a sense of you designed it to be playful, to be an exploration.
Yes.
So there's no right and wrong in play. There's just, oh, I feel attracted to try this now. That creates a certain experience, certain results. Oh, based on that, I want to try this now. So it's never judging something as right or wrong. It's just, oh, this is the next thing I feel attracted to explore.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep, okay. Okay, they're kind of bringing together all the elements of this session so far at the same time. So there's who am I and where that takes you. And then there's what am I here to do? How am I here to play? And then where that takes you. Okay, that's running into some resistance. That's, hmm. There's an old part of your energy system. I can't go there. I can't go there. I can't do that. I can't be that. I can't. So, first of all, would you be willing to just open to and welcome whatever this part of you is? Give it the space to be whatever it's being.
Hmm.
It's tracking back to early childhood, know if we need more than that, though. Let's see. Love, light, and truth coming back to you as a child when this sense of I can't got initiated. I can't, 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 I can't. It's a sense for you of being boxed in. I can't, like, it's more like I can't get out of this box. I can't break free. I can't go beyond these conditions. So you were being limited, conditioned to believe you were limited. You know, typical childhood. Clear, 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 clear. Yeah, would you be willing to explore that it's time to let go of that conditioning?
Yes, very
You
much.
learned what you wanted to learn from being limited in those ways, but they are no longer serving who and what you are now. There we go. Clear, clear. Yeah, just let all of that go. Yeah, it's like this part of you's been living in a cardboard box
Mm,
and the box is open and you're out of it now and it's okay to let the box go, in fact. Clear, 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 clear. So so this not only opens up who and what you are now and what possibilities you can play with, it's actually rewriting your past,
mm.
your memories. Um, let's okay. Would you be willing to allow any and all Akashic records of this lifetime to be rewritten free of that sense of being imprisoned, given that you learned what you wanted to from that and don't need it? Okay,
Yes.
clear, clear, clear. Okay. So this peaked at the age of 7. It started earlier, but it really got fully like activated at age 7, or kind of the opposite of activation, densified.
Yeah.
um, okay, that's breaking up. There we go. Good. More light coming into that pattern. Yeah, now that's reaching earlier and all the way till now. Yeah, so your whole timeline is being rewritten free of that original limitation. Okay, now that's allowing you to receive more of who and what you truly are here now. So this is allowing, yeah, this is allowing you to descend into this life, into this body, into this game more than ever before. So there's some fear that comes up, of course,
Mm,
parts of you that are afraid the body's a trap, a prison, just like we released you from already.
mm.
Um, yeah, there's still conditioning, cultural conditioning that human incarnations are a trap, are a prison. You have to try to free yourself from it. You're not here out of choice. You're not here to play. You're here to suffer. Clear, 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 clear. What if none of that's true? What if you are here by choice? You are here to play, and it's okay to be even more here out of love, out of service, out of a desire to explore. Yeah. And out of a knowing that there are certain parts of you that you can only explore by coming down and being a human being. There are parts of you you can only realize from within the conditions of a human life. Okay, that's initiated a download into your system. Just receiving that, expanding, receiving. And it's good for you all to know there are similar downloads happening for each and every one of you. Yeah, would you be willing to allow yourself to experience this level of freedom to be who and what you truly are while here in a human body, in a human lifetime?
Yeah.
Allow yourself to recognize this is a character, a costume, a role you've taken on, a set of challenges you took on because you wanted to, because you enjoy it. Just as any actor who plays a particular role on the stage is doing it because he or she wants to, enjoys it, enjoys trying to convince others and themselves that this story is real. But now's the time to realize you are an actor playing a role, to remember who and what you truly are. And it's good for you to know that each and every time you forget, you have an experience of believing you're only this body, or you're only this character, or you're only these problems you're dealing with, or you're only these emotions that you're having in this moment, that you can always ask, who am I? You can even use who am I as a mantra, repeat it over and over and over to help you transcend any and all other thoughts, thinking, feelings, sensations, until you feel once again that spaciousness, that vastness, that peace or joy or love that is your nature. Okay, we're expanding, expanding, expanding out, holding all of you at once. The human and the divine. Because for right now, who am I includes all of it. Includes every other human, every animal, every plant, this whole world, this whole universe, the divine world, all the angels and guides and forms of God. Who am I? I am all of this. And a variation on this question is to ask, what am I? Just notice what you notice. What am I? And it's good for you to know you can reconfigure your consciousness to be whatever you need it to be, whatever's best for you here now for the rest of your day and onwards. This session is complete. Infinite blessings. So, Charlotte, how was that for you?
Very, very beautiful. Um, beyond the imagination. When I heard you would do a one-on-one session, I was like, yes, I want to do this. Then it was like, well, we'll see who will do this. It's not necessary. But I'm very grateful. Thank you very, very much. So
You're
very special.
welcome. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you for having the courage to do it in front of everyone. And yeah, but that was perfect. It was, yeah, great. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. So, yeah, let's open it up to everyone. Any questions or comments? How is that for you to experience it in this kind of format?
I'll go.
Sure, Conrad.
Yeah, so just to start with a short anecdote, we knew Charlotte was going to be picked today. Charlotte and I are good friends, and yeah, we exchanged WhatsApp just before the session started, and I could feel you're going to pick her, so that was quite nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it was very nice for me as well. So you can feel the potency compared to the normal one-to-one sessions. There's a additional fullness to it. Yeah, so that you can feel the group dynamics quite strongly, which is very nice.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, the guides were affirming that to me near the end of the session, having me compare what the end of my last couple one-to-one sessions were and how it just felt like it wasn't very efficient to share it only with one person and then compare that to doing it this way. And it was night and day difference. This is so much fuller for everyone, including Charlotte, including me, including the guides. The guides like it better because they're working on all of you at the same time. Yeah, so cool. I don't know where any of this is going still, but it definitely felt right to try it, and this was great. Yeah. So thanks for sharing your response to that, Conrad. Anyone else? Would you like to see this kind of format continue on Wednesdays?
I would like to, even as now in a different role, not the one to feel it from the other side, like sharing that. Yeah, I've never had a format like this in no context. I think it's great. Obviously,
Excellent.
I think it's great for myself, but I think even no, to feel the round. It's very different to being in a one-on-one situation than feeling there's a group surrounding and holding and experiencing the same thing at the same time with their individual stories.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of you, a couple of you raised gave a thumbs up, and one of you just said, I like both ways, maybe alternating. Yeah, I considered that too. That it might not be every time, or maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, another one of you said, thank you, very helpful, huge download, and a bit more conscious awareness as my mind super likes. LOL, I love you all so much. Go Team Human, go. Thank you, Megan. Okay, let's bring this to close. Thank you all. Infinite blessings.